Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Killa Konvos podcast with your host, Killa K, and my beautiful co-host, Henny. Hey, Henny too bossy.
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me. This is super cute.
I'm so glad you're here. Let's cheers.
Okay.
Yay.
And that's on rosé.
Hello. The bottle that matches the aesthetic. Killa Konvos pink. Killa Konvos pink. What is it called? A shade? Like a variation of pink? I don't know, but I love it. A hue.
Colors.
A hue of pink. We got it all here, and I love it.
I have to get more into the pinky, kind of girly, you know.
You're not into pinks?
I got to get a little more into my femininity. I'm like a dark, you know, like.
I mean, I'm into the dark colors
tomboyish.
too, the blacks and everything, and like the dark greens and all of that. But I also like when I wear colors, and I feel like I should wear colors when I'm here because it just makes it pop. You know, bravery has the aesthetics, the lighting, and it's all pop. You know,
Right?
so
I feel like I'm on the stage, it's like.
all the lights.
All
If
of
you
the
are
lights.
what you say you are, a superstar.
And have no fear. Okay. Not in the
Okay.
shower. Not quite in the shower.
Let me remember where I am. Henny girl, tell us all your social media handles. Who are you? How can we follow you, girl?
So I need to increase my social media platforms, but as of now, I'm only on Instagram. My Instagram is Henny2Bossy. If you don't know me, now you know.
Now you know.
Okay. If you got seen out with me, it's a big look.
Ooh.
And
Big energy.
and as
GBE.
I'm dead.
Last episode, Noah was like, good box energy.
Yeah. All right.
Hello.
And as far as my business, my cooking page is Seasoned by Henny. So please follow me. I got to get my followers up on that.
Chef Connoisseur.
Okay.
Follow that
Food
page.
You are
store.
watching a master.
You'll
at work.
forever be hungry, and the food is good. It looks good.
Thank you.
A great
thank
aesthetic.
you.
Follow the page.
Oh, and on TikTok, Seasoned by Henny. But
Okay, TikTok.
we're growing. I have to get more into the visuals. You know, when
Yeah.
you like cook, it's kind of difficult when you're not also like a social media person to like take a picture
Tell me
here,
about
video here, this, that, and the third.
And then to remember, you know, you would have done all this like amazing magical shit, and then at the end it's like, oh, I forgot to.
I forgot to record the part where I chopped up the onions really fine, you know? But I have to get into that. I just feel like I have so many other things on my plate, and I don't rush what I do or anything that I do. I don't rush.
An expert.
It's like, I feel like a lot of people kind of rush. They do things, and then, when they get the final result, it's not what they wanted, and it's because you just rush through. If I want to retire at 50, open up a restaurant, catering business, then I can do that. I don't
Is
have
that
to
the
be
goal?
like, that is the goal. by the
Retiring
way.
at 50?
Okay, because that's what's happening earlier than that. But
Hello.
that is
And
my
so it
end
is.
goal, of kind of working for other people in its entirety. So as of right now, I just feel like I'm kind of building my portfolio. I make something that's amazing now. 25 years later, it's going to be like, stop tapping on that table.
Banging the table. Shaking the table.
Yeah, so that's my thing though. But
Yeah.
I'm getting it. I'm I'm being consistent, and that's really what it's
You're
all
getting a hang
about.
of the social media thing?
Right. I always say I wish I had like a little cousin or something who was just so in love with social media, and they could just be like, "Oh,
Big
I got you, big
purr.
cousin."
Big purr behind the scenes.
Yeah, and they'd just be like, "I got you, big cousin. I'll do it for you."
Ciao. That's my little social media manager, publicist,
Okay.
all of that.
Because do you want a job?
Marketing director, everything. She looks the part. She is the part.
Yes. We're gonna talk about splitting, your time.
Figuring out, oh, yeah, splitting it between Killa Konvos. Because, you can't try to take my team. I'm building a team here.
It's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be an issue.
No. You can have her. You can have her. You can have her on certain days.
Yes, that's where we're at with it. So Seasoned by Henny, Henny2Bossy. I'm trying to stray away
Chef
from my main
connoisseur.
page and get into the whole, Seasoned by Henny,
The
dynasty.
brand, right.
Exactly.
You're
I
creating
should
a
be like
brand.
wearing Seasoned by Henny merch, but I'm
Do you have
rocking
merch?
Ralph. No. Just a little,
why we
business
getting there.
card, little stickers, for my plates
got a business
that I'm
card?
going to start, selling. So.
Well, you started somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, the cards is, we don't got no cards, so.
Right. Look, I just had to start carrying them around,
And giving them out to people?
I'm going to get serious. For
You're
right
gonna
now,
get
we're
there. You're
building our
growing.
portfolio.
You're growing and it's going to get there. So next time you're here, you'll have all those things. You'll have your Seasoned by Henny merch on.
I actually bought you some Seasoned by Henny food, okay? So, I can tell you what was in the bag, but if you look
tell you
under
what's in
the
the bag.
table, we got some goodies, okay?
What we got, girl? What we got, girl? 'Cause I be
My
hungry.
little ghetto plastic bag.
And we're going to get Seasoned by Henny bags
Okay,
and
you got
everything.
you a Seasoned by Henny shrimp rasta pasta.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, y'all can't see. Y'all can't look all up in my plate. And this is the first time you made this.
Yes.
You're gonna add this to the menu.
I am going to add this to the menu.
Ooh.
I'm always experimenting. Like, the stuff that I know how to make is, easy. I want to branch out and start doing things that are different, exotic. Not like your regular mac and cheese, done it, killed it. Fried chicken, killed it. Salmon,
I don't want to
shrimp.
the lobster, seafood. That's a big thing. And
Exactly.
You know how to do that too.
So, let me know what you think.
It smells good. I love shrimp pasta.
Thank you. Got me some.
Damn, y'all gotta see how I eat.
Mm.
Like an animal.
Well, because I'm a little hungry, so I was like, hold on, let me pull this out.
This is fucking bomb.
Not falling out my mouth.
Everybody
falling off
seeing
the
how
bone.
we eat? Hold on, let me get this shrimp. Then I gotta put this shit down.
Right.
Oh my god.
I'm glad you like it.
Rasta pasta with shrimp.
Okay.
Okay. This got the peppers in it, y'all. You have onions in here?
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad you like it, boo.
I'm gonna be asleep. Right here on the table. Seasoned by Henny. Oh my goodness. This is fucking so good.
I'm so glad you like it, baby.
Henrietta. But all your food be looking good on your page. So
Right. I'm all like, girl, I would have killed the whole thing. I'm trying to be like camera professional because the way I eat, it's not cute, y'all. Okay.
you just gotta be yourself. You gotta be yourself, and then it'll sell itself. If everybody's being cute and all like,
Right. I'm on here like the corners. Is there anything on me? Okay.
Oh my gosh, you could do a mukbang with your food. People like that nasty, nasty
I could still taste the seasonings. I'm like, that
have
was
it
a
all over your
tease.
mouth. People do like it.
Yeah, oh God. I don't like messy. I'm a foodie, but yeah.
Want to keep it cute.
Very, all the time.
Well, y'all, we have Miss Henny Too Bossy / Seasoned by Henny here because you're not only like a chef connoisseur, okay? You're creating the chef dynasty with this huge, amazing brand, but you're also a travellista.
I am.
Like, you be blowing me away, okay? Your personal page, like, in itself, it just blows me away because on a random Tuesday while I'm at home stressed at work or at the damn restaurant on the weekend, you are in fucking Dubai.
Yes, I am.
On an island somewhere.
Yes.
And
Yes,
I'm just
yes,
like, how did Henrietta get out to Dubai in the middle of a pandeja,
In the middle of a panoramic.
in the middle of a panoramic, and like just living your best life in the middle of the week?
Yes.
I love it.
We're going to get into that.
Henrietta, how many places have you been to this year?
This year, okay, on social media, I've been to Dubai. Off of social media, I've been to Greece. I've been
This year?
This year. There's a little island offshore. Like, you have to fly to the Cayman Islands first. And then there's an island that you can only get by boat. And that's kind of where I was for a little weekend.
Okay, little weekend.
Right.
The hell? Okay.
And, prior to that, last year and the years before, I've been to Hawaii, can I even think? London, France,
And that was last year.
Africa. This is like last year, then the year before, the year before. I'm literally, your regular Jamaica, Canada. Where's everybody go? Mexico. I've done all
Have you been
those
to
little
Tulum?
places. I have not been to Tulum. Where did
of
I
all
go
places
in
you
Mexico?
haven't been to Tulum?
Cancun. Just
okay.
the regular, that's really it. France, Germany.
I haven't even been to Tulum.
No.
I haven't been to Mexico, period. Not Cancun.
What I like
Puerto
about
Vallarta.
Mexico is everything is so cheap.
Yeah.
It's like once you get there, you can just, you know what I mean? I get so fancy. I'm like, yeah, tip, $20 tip here. So, because the food is so cheap. You're like,
is it
back
good?
home.
It is.
I do. I love Mexican food. If you're not like a whole enchilada kind of person, you probably won't like it. Eat some tacos. I hope that's not racist.
I'm sure they make a lot of tacos for their American tourists because they know that's what we want to eat.
Get some help.
But yes, I love the food, and that's pretty much it. Turks, Italy, Panama, Nigeria.
Hey, I want to go to Nigeria. I've been to Ghana already.
Oh, Ghana is amazing.
I want to do Nigeria for like a Christmas, New Year's kind of thing.
Okay. That's a perfect time to go.
Really?
Yes, around Christmas, New Year's.
It's fucking lit, isn't it?
Yes. And then being that it's cold over here and it's warm over there, you kind of get that break from the cold weather.
Greece is actually my dream vacation. Like I've been plotting on Greece for a minute.
Okay, Santorini, Mykonos. You could do a little combination of both.
I want to hop on all of those islands. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. The food, not so much.
The food isn't good.
I don't care for Greek food. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't like
eat Greek
Mediterranean.
food. Yeah, I'm not.
But the good thing about the fact that Americans are everywhere, there's always going to be American like food or food that we
so you can
tolerate.
get a burger and fries there.
Virtually anywhere.
Yeah.
So I like that part.
Meanwhile, my ass has been I went to Turks last year.
Okay. It's always lit. It's just, with Turks, it's fun as a destination place, but there's not much to do. So unless you're going with the right crowd.
We're going to the same lounge every day.
Right. If you're going with the same crowd, then it's fun, but
Turks
activities.
Was real. It wasn't as like luxurious as I would expect it to be because you hear it in songs and stuff like that. But apparently that's a whole other like part of the island you have to go to.
Exactly.
If you want to see Drake and everything.
Turks and Caicos. I flew you to Turks. Remember who did it first? Something like that.
We went to Turks. It was real like local. Like it was giving me U.S. Virgin Islands kind of.
Exactly. Puerto Rico.
Very Puerto Rico. I can't believe I was in Atlanta earlier this month.
Oh, wow.
For All-Star Weekend.
It was a movie. I heard about all the murders.
No. It was so unsafe. Like Atlanta was not the place to be All-Star Weekend. I'll never go during like a not even holiday because it's not a fucking holiday. I'll never go like when it's an event.
Right.
Because it's just too much. Too many tourists, too many people, too many.
No way. I respect my body, man.
Child. It was a movie though. It was fun, but it was exhausting.
And Atlanta too. I love it just for the culture, the Black culture aspect of it. But once again, like you said, when it's overcrowded like that, you don't really get the vibe.
Me to going everywhere is just like, take me back home.
Okay, because I didn't come here for this.
Absolutely not.
But it's always that's a weekend. For me, Atlanta, Houston, New Orleans, sign me up. I'm always, oh my God, it's just Black culture. Because a lot of the places that I do travel, unfortunately, there isn't a lot of Black culture. Like, you go to Dubai, a lot of the people that live in Dubai were not from there. They're from Pakistan. They're Indians. They're, they're not, like, there is really no Black culture other than your Jamaica, your Africa, your Haiti. Other than that,
What was your best travel experience? Like, your best trip, I would say, this year. Between this year and last year, because last year was like right around the corner.
My best. Let me think for a second. I want to say, I gotta say Dubai.
Dubai? What did you do in Dubai?
But I mean, I was in a hot air balloon. I didn't even think that, like, I've never even thought about being a hot air balloon, like, ever.
I didn't know they had that in Dubai.
Yeah, me neither.
Did you plan that out before you went? Or
I did plan it out before I go. I am the type that plans stuff out. I don't wait till I get there and start figuring out surprises. Okay. Like, I know on this Saturday, I'm going to be in a hot air balloon. On Monday, I'm going to be in the desert, sleeping overnight. Mm-hmm. On Tuesday, I'm going on a camel ride. Like, I want everything in order.
You slept in the desert out there?
I did sleep in the desert overnight. In, like, a cabin area. They shut off the electricity by 10 o'clock, so you got that real camp feel. And it was just a vibe. I mean, the air, the people, the food choices. It was just, the funniest thing happened in Dubai.
What happened in Dubai?
I had an Uber driver because we were going club hopping. Mm-hmm. And he picked us up for one club, and this was the last end of the night. We're going back to the hotel. And he was like, oh, do you sure you guys don't want to go to any other clubs? We're like, no, we're good. We're going back to our hotel. Mm-hmm. And he was like, we don't really get a lot from this ride. So do you want to shut off the Uber ride and then I'll just take you there? And I was like, I mean...
Huh? Right. No. My mind just went like...
Yeah, I was like, I mean, you know me. I'm like, well, he doesn't get this type of tourism often. Tourism just kind of started back up in Dubai. So I was like, I don't know what the cut is going to be, so I'd rather just him have it all the way. But in my head, I was like, let me turn on my GPS. Because if he goes
share
out
your
of
location
route,
or something, because that's what I instantly think about. Like, you want to shut this ride off.
For what? To take me somewhere else? So, no.
And it doesn't make any sense. I don't get enough for this ride, so I'm going to just turn it off and drive you wherever.
I literally thought about that. I was like, well, aren't they going to take out like $2? But I was like, you know what? That's just in the U.S. Maybe they run it a little different over here. I don't know. But whatever. I'll let him get his full amount. So as he's driving, he's like, yo, you sure you guys don't want to go to this place? We're like, no, we're just going back to our hotel. Yeah. And I have the GPS on, so I'm like, if he goes out route, we're going to have to,
jump on his ass.
So we keep going. He takes us to the hotel, and then we go get some food. At the hotel, there's a couple of restaurants. So halfway through the meal, bang the table. He comes in shaking the table. Halfway through the meal, he walks up behind us like, yeah, are you sure you guys don't want to go to a club? We were like, wait, man, if you don't get the hell away from me. How did you find us, weirdo?
How did you? Oh my God, it's like that fucking movie where it's like the random person just comes out of nowhere, like. And it's like,
I'm like, we're all eating halfway through the dinner. We forgot about you acting crazy because we're just like, all right, he brought us to the hotel. He must have waited outside the hotel and then was like, I wonder if, and popped up. I'm like, how did you get through the lobby, in the back, to the restaurants? There are 4 really restaurants here. Did you go restaurant hopping?
Looking for me?
To look for... So as soon as he came, we're like, so this is where it stops.
I would have been so confused, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I was like, so this is where it stops. So you could just leave because, and then sometimes I know that certain things are cultural. He was from Pakistan, from what I saw as far as his name and appearance. So I was like, maybe in their culture, like, being super aggressively weird like that is normal. So let me just kind of shut him down. No, like, whereas more people would have probably been going off, like, why are you following, making a big deal out of it. So he went about his way, and I just found that to be like so hilarious. Like, why do you want to take us to the club so bad? And who knows where you want to take us?
Yeah, what kind of club?
You have to be careful about that overseas. You really got to put your third eye on and really, just watch out for weird stuff like that because you will wind up in some type of weird human trafficking.
That's actually really scary because that's where my mind is going. Yeah. And he was trying to most likely take you guys there.
Somewhere, yeah, but it wasn't.
That's so scary. Like, your Uber driver, to be in a foreign country and your Uber driver is like in cahoots with,
very,
this
very
underground
weird.
kind of thing.
So I'll be more careful this weekend. I'm going to Egypt. That's why I got these little Egyptian braids. I got these little Egyptian braids trying to, get into the
Egypt
culture.
This weekend?
I am.
When are you leaving?
I am leaving on Friday night.
And you're coming back?
The Friday after. So a nice little, just a week, nothing crazy. Spring break, everyone's like, Miami. I'm like, I'm going somewhere else.
Somewhere else, indeed. Oh my gosh. I mean, was it? Oh, the bubbly always gets to me. Gassy. How easy was it to get to? Like, I feel like traveling far and wide, like Dubai, Egypt, Africa, like, is it a hassle right now?
I would say the biggest hassle is making sure you get a COVID PCR test back in less than 72 hours.
Yeah.
Because when you're traveling far or you choose those flights that have layovers, if you are not within that 72-hour mark, and I mean 72 hours, like if you're going to be in Dubai on Saturday, your COVID test needs to be valid 72 hours before your destination.
That's the most annoying thing and like the most stressful thing for me.
Right. Some people have connecting flights. They're like, oh, as long as I get there. No, they will turn you around. Let's say your connecting flight is in Germany. They will turn you right around and say, yeah, you need to go back because your 72 hours has expired. But luckily, there are places. There is a place in Montclair, same-day COVID testing. You pay, I think it's like $75, and you get your test back.
In Montclair, you got to pay?
$75, but you guarantee get your test back in 36 hours. I will always pay. For Dubai, I had to pay $150. But you get your test back the next day. You don't ever want to chance it because, remember, you also need to get your COVID test fast enough for you to even leave the U.S. Mm-hmm. So if you're leaving, just hypothetically, you're leaving Thursday, and you're getting to Dubai on Friday, you need a COVID test to even leave the U.S. So you need your results back before you leave, and it has to satisfy you before you get there.
I'm so stressed because we're going to St. Martin in 2 weeks. And next week I'm going on like a train ride with my girlfriends from Michigan. We're going to Washington State. We're going to take a train from like Chicago to Washington. I love it. And we're going to do Spokane and Seattle and everything. And I was coming back on like a Monday. Okay. But I'm also going to St. Martin on that Wednesday. And you need a test within like 72 hours. That's 3 days. So then I realized, I was like, I need to be tested by like, I have between Sunday and like fucking Tuesday. Yeah. So I'm like scrambling. I canceled my flight from Seattle back to Newark. Right. And so now I'm trying to figure out like, how the fuck, where am I going to go? Because I usually go to this one place to get tested, like to get COVID tested. And they never really like send me anything in the email. I call them and then they'll be like, oh yeah, you tested negative. Yeah. And that'll be days later. But one day they called me like the next day and I'm like, oh shit, they called me the next day. So I hope y'all do this next time.
Try AFC too. AFC urgent care.
That's the place in Montclair?
Kearney. Look, I'm giving out my secrets, but I don't mind.
Please, I need you to tell me.
AFC in Kearney, if you don't want to pay any money, AFC in Kearney guarantees you back your test in 48 hours. You can book even up to a day in advance. Like Walgreens, CVS, after, those 3 days, they're usually booked up like this. AFC, Kearney, you don't have to wait. If I wanted a COVID test tomorrow, I could go tomorrow, 6 p.m. The doctor will call you. So you don't even have to speak to a doctor in person. You go in through the back, swab your nose, and they give it back in 48 hours.
I need that.
But if you want to guarantee, like, you're like, no, I cannot play around, go to Montclair. It's literally called same-day testing, and they have so many appointments because you have to pay, whether you have insurance or not.
$75. We got to pay $75 to get tested in St. Martin.
Right, because it's $150 if you don't have insurance. So y'all better go get you some insurance. I don't play that. If you're gonna travel anyway, you should have you some insurance.
Oh my gosh!
These braids. Let me stop.
Yes, Egypt.
I was trying to get into it. I was like, all right, let me do something different with my hair. I literally just got it done, so I'm trying to embrace it a little bit. When you first get your hair done, you got to look for a couple days, like, do I like it or not? And then,
You got to get used to it.
Right.
Is this your first time getting these braids?
These are, but my man like it, so.
Oh, is that who you're going to Egypt with?
Guess what? Because we are.
And we are.
Yeah. So.
Henrietta, Damn, I just said your whole government.
You can say it's okay. They can look me up on LinkedIn, Google. You're going to find a whole slew of information about me. I got like a whole 2 pages on Google, okay? Henrietta.
Sis said Google me.
If you need to know more.
Shoot, because you need to know who's providing your food that's being catered anyway. So look her up.
Period.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Period.
Yes.
Dang, you got a boo thing. I was gonna I want to hear some flued out stories because I want to know who you be going. Because the one thing, you'll be in all these different places and you were talking about how you're with somebody in Dubai and everything, and I'd be like, who is she with? Because you don't ever post nobody else.
I don't post anybody because I'm like very much in tune with reality.
Right. So
I'm
you
not
go
like
for the experience for real. I like people like you.
I'm not going to get there first 24 hours. I'm like, oh, I'm about to drop this fire picture. No.
Because you don't post pictures like you're not, that's not.
It's not. I wait until maybe after, like when I'm like home and it's like back to reality. Then I'm like, oh, let me drop some pictures. And then sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want to just be that low key. I'll just be like I said, I went to, Greece and came in and I'm just like, I don't want to actually post because I don't, I like to create my own narrative. You start posting this, that, and the third, they'll be like, oh, she got a sugar daddy. Oh, somebody's paying her way.
And then you like taking pictures by yourself too. And it's like, who took that picture?
Not knowing I have a whole salary, benefits.
Yes, salary.
I have vacation time. So I'm not actually missing out on money. I'm getting paid to fly out. Thank you.
Yes, salary.
And then I also do a lot of things on the side. I'm like repair credit, which I feel like I should push a little bit more. But the word of mouth, like, I don't know if it's like I'm so old school. The word of mouth takes me so far. Like so many people contact me and hit me up because of stuff that I've done for other people, even resumes. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even push this stuff.
That means you know what the hell you're doing and you do it really, really well.
And I feel like the social media side of it and promoting it on that would like push me way over the edge, but I also don't want to feel overwhelmed because I have so much going on. So everything I'm managing is like perfect. I don't feel stressed. Everything is like on my terms rather than the pressure and demand from your, social media friends and stuff.
Yeah, because social media is like this whole algorithm and the rules and all these things that you need to like follow in order to get to a certain place. Like if you want to grow your followers, if you want more people to see your stuff, like it's a lot. And I don't know what the fuck. Like with Killa Konvos, I wish I didn't have to be on social media at all and just have someone do it. Like, like Miss Thing back here.
Okay.
Miss Thing just need to do that,
But then, we also have to go in the direction of where the times are and this is where
you have
it
to learn that stuff. Like an
Yeah.
algorithm. Who fucking do social media? Instagram had an algorithm.
Exactly. They push it to the bottom and you'll be like, wait, that was actually lit. But we will figure it out.
But I remember a long time ago, I asked you, I slid in your DM and I was like, how do you get to travel so much?
Right.
Like what are and you told me about like how you save your money, how you're able to like go, because Henrietta, I just kept seeing you going to all these places.
And really, we don't spend that much money either. There's basically, wherever you want to go, I always suggest booking it like 4 to 6 weeks in advance. That's usually always been the cheapest that it's ever been. Even after we book, we look after, we be like, wow, okay, so 4 to 6 weeks is the golden rule because it's always that like best price. If you want to go somewhere, like my birthday is in July. I'm not going to plan a trip right now for July because right now.
What is it about to be April?
Right. They'll be like, oh, she definitely wants to go somewhere. This is far in advance. Like if we had a destination wedding in October and all these people are booking in October, this is like the highest it will ever be. Because when you book so far in advance, those algorithms on those travel sites, they also know, they want to be there for something. So it's not going to be that cheap. But as you get closer and closer to the dates, the possibility of it booking up increases. That's when you start getting those better prices. And I always book on Travelocity.
Always on Travelocity? I live by Google Flights, no?
The reason why I do Travelocity is because the airlines and the hotels, they sell their empty seats and empty rooms to the third-party travel agencies. They are able to sell it to you for cheap because they got it for cheap. Because what is an airline most afraid of? An empty seat. A hotel is most afraid of an empty room. That is the most expensive room. Not the $15,000 executive suite. It's the room that's not filled because they're not making any money at all. So when they sell it to these third-party agencies, they're able to haggle. Okay? So Travelocity, y'all, Expedia, get in tune. Now, not like everything. International, sometimes I do separate because they don't have those deals on Travelocity. Like even in Dubai, I stayed in a nice 5-star hotel. The hotel was $65 a night. Our money goes way longer.
Yeah,
While it was
especially, like, out there.
156 of their dollars a night, it was like $50-something for us. So,
All right, but if you and Bay are going, who's paying for what?
okay, so first of all,
Ooh.
let's get into details. Because
Please, because
you know,
I got some attempts at some failed food out stories. Lord Jesus Christ.
I personally feel like it depends on the type of person you are. I'm not a 50-50 girl.
Ooh.
I'm not. I feel like if you are, then you have no problem going 50-50. You guys get your own trip. You split the hotel. You split. I don't do that. It's just not me. And I wouldn't date somebody who is not able to kind of financially take care of the both of us. I just like a manly man. I like a daddy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like somebody that, you know what I'm saying, that could take care of the
and
both
who
of
wants
us.
to? He's like, what the fuck? Why are you putting on a flight? Why are you paying for this? Why are you paying
That's
for
the
rent?
type of attitude that he has. It's like you need to save yours, not like all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll get spontaneous and I'll be like, you know what? Let me buy the ticket this time, and then it comes back to you because he's you know paying for the food, the excursions. So I wouldn't just say just be a complete gimme girl, but I like a man that leads, somebody that is financially secure. I wouldn't even feel comfortable flying out with somebody who's not financially secure because I wouldn't want to take from you knowing that this
don't
is
got
going
it.
to affect you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't feel good about that. So, you know, thankfully, you know, we are both financially secure. So it's not like he even feels like he's just, you know, because he like, she could do this for me too. So
And
that's
then
a
I feel
win.
like if you're traveling with a guy who has taken care of everything and you feel secure, you feel like, okay, he got this thing. All I need to do is just show up and be beautiful. And then we have a great time because regardless, you're going to have a good time with me anyway. So you're going to want to provide everything.
Right.
And then while I'm there, wherever you go, it's a great experience to travel and to see the world. So you're going to be feeling good and y'all going to be, all lovey and everything. So I'm going to want to pay for something. I'm going to want to say, okay, babe, this is on me. Like that's going to happen.
Right.
But everyone's like, niggas are, guys. I don't know why I'm not trying to say niggas right now.
I try not to say it either. I'm even trying this whole thing where I don't curse a little bit. I'm trying to like get into this professional. Girl, it took some time because you know me.
It is a learning process.
I'm raunchy. So I'm trying.
I get really raunchy.
Yeah.
But guys just feel like, oh no, she wants me to do all this. She just wants to take from me and just basically be all up in my pockets. But it's like, y'all need to see the light at the end of the tunnel because there's a lot that comes after you.
And then I would question him in terms of like, I know everyone is building, developing. You're not going to just find somebody who's already made and has financial freedom and this or that. But as a man, don't you want to lead? Don't you want to be the provider? Doesn't that make you feel even more like your character? Like, I got her. Like, and she has me too.
That's a good question. I feel like that's the question that needs to be asked when we're like having these debates online about, just guys not wanting to do and,
I think where men feel intimidated sometimes or angry or not willing is when they're like, this girl don't got nothing. She's not bringing nothing to the table. Like, I'm like, I have a career. I have investment properties. I have so much going on for self they're never going to see them splurging on me like, oh, she's trying to take from me. She's trying to suck me dry. No, it's more so like, I want to boost her up. I want to make her happy. I want her to stay with me. That kind of thing. I think it's different when you don't bring anything to the table. Then it more so looks like, all right, this little hoe trying to use me. She ain't got 2 nickels to scratch together. No, but I don't deal with scallywag to give a dog a bone.
I feel like the scallywags, they are trying to use that argument against every woman, regardless. Like, if you have it all, and if you don't have it all, and if you kind of in the middle, because some of us are in the middle. But if you have it all, it's almost like they're trying to say, they're having the audacity to say, well, what's the problem? Why can't you just do it yourself if you got it all? Because if a woman has it all, then most likely they have more than they do. Right. We'll have more than them.
Right.
Which is unfortunate. But...
And I don't knock it, because there are some people that are like that. Like, there's somebody for everybody.
Yeah.
There's going to be someone who's like, oh, well, I don't mind going 50-50. That's my... And you could be a 50-50 girl with your 50-50 man.
No, I don't want to do nothing.
That. That's what you're into. You know what I mean? I think that I would be wrong to be like, oh, no, diss him, dump him. He can't... if that's what you're into...
Yeah, and that's fine.
Live in your 50-50.
Yeah. But for real, like, live in your 50-50. Don't be mad at me if I don't want that.
I wouldn't even look that way. I tried it, and it's like, it's weird. It's like, I don't want to. You know, it's just weird. It doesn't fit me.
You don't give a fuck about me. It's giving you don't really like me.
Yes. I'll just send you back home to your mommy. Okay. You go 50-50 with her.
For real. For real. Because she'll let you go 50-50. That's where you learned it from,
She'll probably taking care of you, actually. And you don't even know how to properly court. So, you know, it's...
Mama's boy.
Yeah. It's whatever you want it to be.
But
Manifest.
You have, been attracting and manifesting and finding
God.
the person for you, which is beautiful and a blessing.
Yes.
And I love to see it.
Oh, my God.
I love to see it. Because
I'm in love, y'all. I'm in love.
You're in love.
I really am. I think this is it for me. I could proudly say this is my last stop. I'm
going to stop calling you Henny.
This is my last stop.
Henny.
Yeah.
If I was traveling with a guy and he took care of everything, like y'all going to freaking Egypt.
Yeah. And he's just, and you know what it is too. It's like
it'd be the end of the road for me too.
You know what's funny? It's crazy because it's like we're friends, and I've been on other vacations. Let's just put that out there. Me and him are friends.
Yes, vacation day.
And I know, right?
You have to be, because you have to be friends to have fun when you're thousands of miles away.
And so I see it more than like, oh, that's my man, I'm his woman. Like, he won't even let me say boyfriend. Like, he like, no, I'm your man. Like,
oh my
you
gosh.
are my wife, and I'm over here like, wait, but babe, I'm not going. We ain't gonna rush nothing.
BDE.
We ain't gonna rush anything. But I just think that a lot of people get with other people, and there is like a loss of friendship. Like you're not nice to each other anymore, or you're not supportive of each other no more. Like, I was like, oh, I'm going on this podcast. He was like, oh, you about to kill it, girl.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, he don't even know what this podcast is about, but he's so supportive. Like, oh, my baby a star, and I'm like, he don't know anything about. You know what I mean? But it's like just supportive. Like, I'm driving. I was like, oh my God, I was supposed to put on makeup. I forgot to put on my makeup, and I don't even wear makeup. He's like, girl, you don't even wear makeup. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like genuine friends. You know what I mean?
Love it.
I was like, I should make her something. What should I make her? I was like, pasta pasta, or should I do a dessert? He was like, you don't really make desserts like that. You know what I mean? Like, you just know a person, and it's not it's freeing. You know what I mean? Like, you don't feel like there's not a conversation I can't have. There is not a moment I can't have. There's just, it's free. Like, it's low maintenance,
And it should be like that. Relationships should be like that, and they should not be like a whole bunch of arguments back and forth, drama.
Yeah, you know what we argue about? He'd be like, babe, this your water? I'd be like, no, I think that's your water. He's like, no, because I drank all of my water. I'm like, no, look. I'd be pointing at the bottle like, no, because I wouldn't have drunk that much. You swig it down to here. And that is like the biggest thing in the world. About? And it's not even that. It's just like, you know what I mean? He was like, I'm tripping sometimes.
You like, it's okay.
I'm like, Then I'll be like thinking later, like, babe, I think that was my water.
Y'all acting like y'all can't even share water.
Right, but it's like, you see how it is? It's like, because we always be drinking water, putting it down. So it's like that kind of thing.
Just put your names, like your initials, on
Oh
the
my
tops
God,
from now
I'm
on.
dead. Let me drink water on that note, okay?
I love it. I have like just... You give me so much positive energy about what my love life can be, because it's like, if you can have it, we all can have it.
Literally.
Oh, God, it makes me feel so... It gives me hope.
I really do genuinely believe that there is somebody for everybody. Like, I don't think that anyone will just kind of grow old and lonely by themselves. I don't believe that. I think that a lot of people do hold on to situations longer than they're supposed to, and it delays you running into the person you're supposed to run into. You know?
You got to make room.
Yeah, God won't really deposit something in you unless you like rid yourself of something that he don't want in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, isn't it like when everything is positive around you, everyone, your circle is positive, everything's lit, then everything just keeps on getting more lit. But when like something is negative, then everything kind of just seems negative. I don't know, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. So we're gonna just keep praying on it, You just put God first to everything you do.
Road for me.
It is, girl.
I love that. Oh. What is have you had like a horrible like vacation experience? Because everyone's talking about, I feel like there are a lot of memes going around about like, oh, my first date, I want to go to Jamaica. And I've been seeing a lot of those things. What does it really take to go on a vacation? Like...
I think nowadays you don't even really gotta be like deep, long-term boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing. Like me, I prefer, and I will only fly out with somebody that I'm in a committed relationship with. But some people fly out with people that they're just talking to. And I think it's a little scary because you start to like learn somebody while you're on a vacation with them. Like, let's say we're at the table and you do something weird and I'm just like,
I'm stuck here, and then we got to stay in a hotel together and everything.
Yeah, like I don't like those kind of things. Like if I already know you and I know how you are, that is where my comfort zone lies. But I think nowadays, if it's two people that genuinely want to travel, look, have the best date of your life. I consider going on a trip a date now. It's no different than going to New York for the weekend, okay?
I mean, sis in the back can tell you about my failed flued out stories, because your girl has been during quarantine. Like you meet guys online and they live in Houston.
Right.
North Carolina. I'm about to put a couple of y'all on blast, but I don't care. And it's like, how do you feel about like meeting somebody who's out of state and then they want you to come see them because, getting flued out, bitch was trying to get flued out. Okay. But they want you to like, oh, well, I want you to come to me, but you got to get the flight. That's what they're insinuating. You get the flight. And yeah, that's basically what it is. And then even if I'm going somewhere, it's like I'm getting a hotel. I'm not staying in your apartment because boys live nasty, and I'm not doing that. And I don't even really know you.
My man is really clean.
She said the niggas you be fucking with is nasty.
No. But in general, though, men do kind of need a woman to kind of tidy up for them.
They for real do. And it's like, I don't want to stay with you.
But you do got that small percentage who kind of do that for you.
Who got it together?
But I know what you mean, though. But in some cases like that, I would say compromise. It's like,
I wanted them to buy it. Like, I'm not.
You better fly me out because you want to see me. But
you
want to
see me.
But it's like, I want to see you too. So it's like there's,
but do I?
But there's a little bit, I could say if the man is insinuating that you pay for your flight and you see that he's not in the best position to do that, it's like,
be
okay,
realistic. Like, damn, since we got like that.
He's gonna compromise. He's gonna like kind of make up for it in a way because he's gonna be catering to you, taking you out to eat. I'm sure, doing activities. So I almost see it like, okay, I'll pay my little $200-$300, but in turn, it's gonna come back.
Even if you want to see me, like you're like, come here.
Oh no. If you're saying come here, then you need to bring me there, okay? Or in that case, you better come here. But no, bring me there because I want to leave here.
Because then it's like, I need you to get me there and then to get my hotel too.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a 50-50. So I can only speak
if it
to
were
that.
me.
If it were me, no. It wouldn't be that. It wouldn't even have to come up in conversation because I'm not talking to you. You know what I mean?
Because
like
I'm
I would
not one
already
of them.
filled you out. I'm like, I'm not talking to him. It's like I don't like you no more.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I'm
it's
very
unattractive.
frank. Yeah, I'm very frank.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna really hide it. I'm like,
Is that how you let your boo now know you were like really upfront in the beginning?
we are
like,
very, very frank. We are very, very honest with each other. And I like that. It's not even like brutally honest. It's like really nice. It's really nice honesty. But yeah, we're just, supportive and all of that. But I think that, in order for something to really work out and for you to kind of just be like financially free and secure enough for you guys, to grow and manifest, you have to have the same vision. Like if one person is like, oh, I'm not, they see $300 as like I'm just assuming if you're like traveling from, Jersey to, I don't know, Arizona, and they're like, oh no, that's too much for me to be. It's like, if that is too much for you,
you shouldn't be traveling.
You shouldn't be traveling, and I kind of already don't like you because you're still growing and building. It's nothing wrong with growing.
You want to do all
being,
these things, but you can't.
You can't
do these
date.
things.
You can't date.
Yeah.
Dating costs money. Let's be
Girl.
real. If we can literally
It does,
just be
yeah.
single friends, if you don't have it. But it costs money to court somebody. Like, let's be real. Even with spontaneous gifts or just anything.
If that's
We're
what you
not
want, if you
kids on
want
a
gifts,
playground.
Yeah.
It's different. We're not in high school and middle school where it's like, oh, maybe on the playground and the max you need is $1 for maybe something from the ice cream truck and we're just playing around. So we're older.
What if someone was like, oh, let's go on apparently guys are taking girls out on like coffee dates. Let's get a soda. Someone told me that a guy asked them out to like get a soda and like walk around the park.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. To me, that's kind of cute. Because
To get a soda walk around the park?
I think it's cute. I'm not going to say now, if you're doing this every time we get together.
It's something about the cute.
I say it's cute because it's only cute when you know that the person actually has it to do more than that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I still
real,
take
like,
a
humble,
$20 picnic date even now with my man.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah, of
because I
course,
know
yeah.
tomorrow if we want to eat at the highest restaurant in New York on the top floor, he can also do that as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I say that's cute. But if that's all you're giving, I think just as a woman and as a man or whoever you're dating, you should just want more.
Yeah.
Your standards should just be higher.
Yeah.
Just for self. Just
Like,
for
why
self.
not?
Why not? Why settle for less? That's going to be the question of the hour.
Because if he's not trying to give it, then just on to the next one. Because you're going to be like Henny, and you're going to get the man that's going to give you everything that you ever want and need. You'll be going to Egypt this weekend with your man.
Okay.
Child, what are your travel tips? Like, you told us about Travelocity.
Yes.
My thing is like, I work remote. When I see you, like, you were in Dubai, you're on an island somewhere, and I'm like, where is Henny at right now? She is. I'm here stressed at work. Where is Henny at?
Where is Henny?
I am scared to call. Like, I'm scared to travel and like work. I work remote. And I'm still scared to leave Jersey. Like, I don't go into the office but for one day out of the week. And I'm scared to, like, leave Jersey because I don't freaking know, anxiety or whatever. Yeah. So when it comes to, like, balancing, and I'm, like, a full-time salaried employee, how like, with balancing career and travel right now, what do you...
I use vacation days. My job has amazing benefits. I mean, from health to travel, everything, sick, personal, and I use them. Some people don't. Like, some people are like, I had 57 personal days. And I'd be like, girl, I got 6.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get another 6 so I could go somewhere this year. Because while some people do have this attitude where it's like you can work hard now and play later.
No.
Yeah, I do small wins. Like, if I do something, like, I'm like, oh, I sold 20 cookbooks. That's deserving of me flying out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
self-care for real, for real.
I do that. That's why I'm never going to compromise that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I don't live like, oh, tomorrow's not promised. Like, you know, God willing, we're going to wake up tomorrow. So I don't like live like, oh, every day has to be my last. But I'm not going to slave and not have something to look forward to.
That job will keep working if you're not there.
Exactly.
Like, I did not know. I graduated from grad school like last year. My first time like working full time. Thank you, boo boo.
Yes.
And like, I'm young and I work with a bunch of older people. And like, my bosses and everyone is like, everybody has kids. First of all, everybody's older. They don't travel. They don't take vacation days. And that's the culture. But a bitch like me, I'm like, I'm not one of y'all because I'll be in Turks and Caicos. The way I'm gonna lie to y'all about being not like working or whatever.
Facts.
But my girlfriend is like, girl, take them sick days, take them vacation days, and that's for sure what I'm gonna do.
While we don't have any kids.
While we don't have kids, while I can, especially because we're working remote. So I'm gonna be out. Like I'll be out in the Virgin Islands and nobody will ever know because I can still do what I gotta do.
And
we
that's
got Wi-Fi
really
over
what
there.
I do.
You know?
And like we said, we gotta take advantage of the position that we are. You know, we are millennials, we are young, we are paid, we don't have to. I think I'm also in a different position too, where I can do it a little more frequently because I don't have anybody to take care of. I do think about people that have children or parents or family members that they have to provide for financially. I don't have any student loans. I'm not in credit card debt. You get what I mean? Like all my money
Slap
is
me
mine.
in the face with that one.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And whereas some people are like, oh God, I'm paying $700 a month in student loans. I'm paying my credit card down from college for $300. I don't have all of that baggage.
Blessing.
You know, so that I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh well, I just haven't made, but you know what I mean? We have an investment property together, so that pays.
You and Bay?
Yes, girl, this is it. That's why I said it's our last stop. This is my last stop. Okay,
It better be. And I want to be at that wedding, and it better be a destination because I'm there.
Free feeling. Like, I mean, it's built in, and God is like our center of our fortitude. Like, it's like, I don't care how tired we are. Be like, come on, we get on our knees, let's pray. And we just pray. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's
everything.
It
I
works.
love it.
It works.
I love
it's
it.
not like nothing to think about. You know what I mean? Like I'd be like, I hope he watching. This isn't life. But nah, it's a good situation. It's cool. You know, our families know each other. This is literally the first dude I ever mentioned to my mom, and it's weird because she's, you know, has ideas of people that I've dated with, you know what I mean? Like my mook that I hold near and dear to my heart, of course, but she didn't actually meet him. But this one, it's like we all in the family. Like,
I
you know,
love that.
like, right, grandma, mom, all that. We just, but that don't mean nothing because, girl, they'll do something and they mama would be like, what? Not my son. So, but no, it's not that. It's, you know, it's spontaneous. It's free feeling, you know?
I love it. And so you're not 50-50 now, and so you won't be 50-50 like as a wife.
Never gonna be a 50-50 girl. It's just not attractive to me. I just feel like I want you to
Like,
lead.
I'm gonna look at you different, sir.
Yeah, don't you want to be a man? Like, don't you want to? That's the part that I can't get over. It's not even more so like I can't. It's just like, don't you want to?
And you can't even go back and forth with like someone who's not just, who can't answer that question. Like, don't you want to lead?
Yeah.
Me, like, look at me.
Right. I mean, look at me.
Look at me.
And that also goes to, you know, you do have to kind of date people that are in your bracket too, because a lot of confusion and
You
chaos.
salaried, he can't be.
Right, but a chaos can arrive when you're on different playing fields. Your vision is going to be different. Your responsibilities are going to be different. There's going to be more friction because you can't really see eye to eye. It's almost like if you're, you know, like we work our 9 to 5s and you're dealing with an entrepreneur. There could be more friction because you can't understand, like, why is he? That's usually why kind of like celebrities date celebrities and entrepreneurs date entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? Like you kind of stay in that zone. Working people mess with working
Because y'all
people.
won't understand each other like financially. And
It
all that kind of
decreases
stuff.
some of the possible friction.
Yeah.
It does. You know,
Yeah.
if you don't got no responsibilities but your phone bill, it's a little different and your insurance or your car note is a little different when you're talking about somebody who is paying a mortgage or someone who has other responsibilities. Even if you don't have a kid, another person has a kid. There's still different vision. You know what I mean? So you got to try to, compromise. And we're not going to go into whole relationship coach stuff because that's another day, another podcast. But
exactly. But I did want to, in the little bit of time we have, we talked about, you and Bae live this life right now. And so when we evolve into this just life of love and just togetherness forever, it's like financial security, maintaining this, this honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
I don't know, what's your dream honeymoon like? What's the place? What is the ambiance?
Okay, so the ambiance, French Polynesia.
Oh my God.
Lima. I don't know. But look, it definitely has to be like this. We were looking something up. I think it was in Bora Bora. Was it French Polynesia, Bora Bora? It might have been.
Bora Bora, Maldives.
Yeah,
yes. On the little huts in the middle of the water.
Exactly. But Maldives is giving it's giving Turks. Maldives is luxurious, but it's basic.
It's just the aesthetic of the house on the water.
Exactly. That
you
water
can't
bungalow.
do anything else, right? Yeah, okay.
No,
so we're not
where
going
are
there.
the attractions? I'm adventurous. We're adventurous. So we got to, that's what's going to pull me towards somewhere other than the scenery and stuff like that. But I would say something like that,
And I can imagine you want to keep doing that, throughout your time together. You want to keep traveling. You want to have financial security because you need that in order to balance, work and taking care of home and then traveling and living your best life.
100%.
And so the importance of having financial security in a marriage. Because I said, I got to marry, my man got to have money.
Hello.
I'm going to have money. So I'm not worried about me.
Exactly.
He need to have money.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
We need to live this life our children need to live this life of luxury where we are not worrying, we're not struggling.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right. And I love that you're saying we're because that's one of the main things. Both people have to feel that way for it to work. If it's one person feels that way and another person is I guess, we could eat oodles and noodles some days. The vision is already not aligned. You know what I mean?
It's all
if
about
we're
alignment.
saving for something, I'm going to be cautious of how I spend too because I'm you know what? We got a goal and I care about that goal just as much as he does or vice versa or whoever you're dating. But I think for, in order to sustain that type of financial security, both people have to have the same vision.
Yeah.
And that's why I like when you're we're. It's yes, it has to be that way.
Yeah.
Some people are well, we're individuals first and we don't have, no, we have to be on the same page.
Yeah.
We have to know, we do stuff like that. We be all right, because you don't like waking up in the morning, so who's taking the kids to school? We already joke about stuff like that. So it's no, you said you were going to wake up. He would be no, daddy tired.
Y'all gonna be that meme where it's oh, we gonna laugh about leaving them at school.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that because that's for sure gonna be me. Damn, that little nigga just standing out there. He gonna be all right though.
Right.
Builds character, things like that, because they gonna grow up and be
Exactly.
dang, Mom, you remember when you used to leave me at school all the time? Be that was your daddy, okay? That wasn't me.
We was sleeping.
We forgot.
Nah.
But for real, they say finances is the number one reason why people get divorced and why people argue.
Yeah.
So
And communication.
And communication.
Heavy on communication because we damn sure not going to sleep if there's an issue on your heart. I'd be
talk about this
I'm
thing.
feeling your heart. And it's hot. We just joke.
Don't be in this
Everything's
bed with all this energy around you because I feel
where's this
it.
hotness coming from? And it just turns
what's
into a
wrong with
laughing,
you?
running joke. You know what I mean? It's never. Anyway, topic wise, I do think that you shouldn't take people for granted. You should just kind of always talk nice. This is literally how we
be
talk.
an adult, be mature.
That's it. Be spontaneous.
Yeah.
Do random stuff. If you're not a funny guy, you don't have to act like a funny guy. Somebody is going to be perfectly fine and be oh, we just both born together. We just like reading and watching the news. And that's okay.
Y'all are in alignment.
You know what
energies and character are in alignment.
That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? You got to remember, it's always a us versus the problem. Not a me and you thing. It's never me versus you. It's us versus the problem. You know what I mean? And if you don't like me, he hates you.
Henny, this sage like relationship advice,
Right.
I live.
Yes,
I
yes.
live
Keep
for
it fun and
it.
juicy and spicy. You know,
Keep it. First
center.
of all,
God gotta be at the center. Go ahead.
Egypt.
Oh, I'm excited and ready.
First of all, God is in Egypt. First of all,
He is. Cairo, we already, oh God, it's going to
I'm
be so
so
fun.
happy for
We're going to all
you.
these pyramids and seeing where Alexander the Great was. It's all lined up from day 1 to 6, 7.
Beautiful.
It's all lined up. When we
How-
taking a COVID test, everything.
Oh,
It's all lined up.
okay. That's the kind of traveler you are. You have to have everything,
Right,
even if
and
you're
we
by
could
yourself
deviate.
and everything.
We could deviate. Never traveling alone. That's a little scary.
Oh, you don't do solo travel?
I don't do solo travel international because
Okay.
I saw what's the movies where they have
Taken?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you-
No. Where you all gonna go? Who you all gonna call? Call the police. They'd be like, yeah, we're in cahoots to $2 million.
For real,
$2
for
million
real.
transfer it tonight. You'd be like, $2 million? I'm gonna get $2 million
Like, do
tonight.
y'all know who the hell I am?
I'm a girl.
You look at my bank account.
I'm just a girl.
Y'all got the wrong bitch.
Yeah. No. You
Please
can't.
give me back.
Yeah, no. States? Yeah, states is cool. Isn't it 911 everywhere? I mean, even then, as a black
got
person
the
calling
wrong
911,
one.
it's like a death sentence. So
Everywhere you go. Yeah, that's okay. I thought you was doing solo travel, but that's the illusion because you don't be posting.
I don't. I'm just weird about stuff like that only because I'm so in tune with reality. Like, I'm not a social media person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just too in tune. I don't ever want to let my life up and open to social media. Like,
Well, we
I like to
cherish
leave a
people
little
like you.
mystery.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you to be like,
There's
who
not a
the
lot of that going
fuck
on.
is she with right now?
She
So,
with her
yes.
man, her sugar daddy, it don't matter. Mind your business.
Hurry up. But always with my man. No, definitely always someone that you feel comfortable with. But some people feel comfortable with people that splurge on them that they don't know like that. Me, I'm gonna be a little weird. Like, could I get a separate room?
Like,
Like
get the fuck
in
up,
its
get away from me.
entirety.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's all about what you're into. Whatever's your flavor, whatever's your vibe. I don't judge.
Honey, thank you for coming.
You're so welcome.
I'm
Thank you for
happy
inviting
you're
me.
here. Thank you guys for tuning in. See y'all in about a month because the bitch about to be out. I'm about to be traveling like Henny too bossy here.
I'm so proud of you. This is so dope.
Thank you. You're amazing. I'm about to go back to my man's house now.
Hello and enjoy.
Thank you,
All
boo.
right. Enjoy.